Obviously, you guys have all gathered in this town called Vishnahanthenossenon. It's a frontier town in KH, and you have your own reasons for being here, but you've all answered this call that we see here. So it's not uncommon for there to be like bulletins posted around the town. There's not like a stereotypical like bulletin board or anything, but there's like posts on wooden pikes and things like that, and this was one of them. Now this one seemed to be a royal decree, and you could tell after you read it that it was, and for whatever reason you had some interest in pursuing it. And so I'll just read it. It says, calling all in service of the Emperor, His Highness Vashradar III, dangerous trek to Zcem'dir, to be provisioned from his imperial store, reward of risk coins paid in full upon return. Now, this is a rough and tumble frontier town, and some a number of people probably applied for this, or you tried to get in. They were probably deemed too weak or too unreliable to do it, and you all are what's left. And if you don't mind, we'll start with an audience with the satrap whose name is Minmanon Gal, unless someone has a quick interjection. With none forthcoming, I'm just pulling up the governor. So, when you are all being escorted to his building, let's call it, for an audience with him, it's like the first day of school, sort of. Like you're getting assigned a class, and these people are going to be your classmates, and you're undertaking a very long project together. So cooperation will be key. The building itself is unlike most others in the town because it's actually pretty well constructed. It's sort of like obsidian marble. It's not super big. It's like obsidian with gold lacing throughout. Um, and he's not there at first. So you guys are just kind of just standing around waiting, all 11 of you.
Just in the foyer, hanging out, not making eye contact with anybody.
That's that could be what you're doing. You might know a couple people. You're not actually in the foyer though. You're like literally standing in front of where his like little seat would be. So this is where he hears like grievances. People come to him with problems, and this is just where he sits. So, but he's not sitting there at the moment. Some of you might.
I look
Go ahead.
I look around for other characters that might be more of a rough nature.
Like from the mercenary life, or
from a like mercenary type backgrounds.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if you see anyone. I mean, you guys would probably recognize each other because mercenary companies are so common around here. Does anyone want to step forth as someone who has a mercenary background? I'm not sure there is anyone.
It looks like there isn't. Okay, well then I just find a nice pole to lean on.
Are you kind of sketched out because, like, if they're not former mercenaries, they might not be professionals?
Yeah, I'm one way or another a little out of my comfort zone. Seems like a very roughly put together band of individuals.
Yeah, and this is the best you can find all the way out here.
Yeah.
So after a couple minutes of just kind of awkwardly shuffling around, none of you are very charismatic, it would seem. You haven't struck up a conversation with any of your fellows. It's this big rotund guy, and he comes rolling out from the doors in the back. And he clears his throat and he says, yeah. Now I've gathered you here because you've answered the call of my beloved cousin, Vashradar the Emperor. He has summoned you for an important journey to the Oracle. It is a dangerous journey, and that is why I will outfit you from his imperial stores. Also, rest assured, you will not be subject to the normal mercenarial fees, since you are out on business of the Emperor directly. I'll give you a certificate of this as a token. Now what did we have left? Oh yes, his imperial stores. And he waves his hand to the edge of the room, and one of his attendants brings out a very small box. And he opens it in front of him, and he's kind of just like looking at it, like taking stock of what's inside. And there can't be very much. It's such a small box, but he pulls out a like a wrapped it almost looks like a scroll, and he sets it on the ground in front of you guys. Well, he can't really bend over very far, so he kind of drops it after bending over halfway. And he says, "Surely these arms will assist you on your journey. His finest wares." Oh, and yes, of course, here is the message you are to deliver to the Oracle on your arrival. And he produces a clearly magically sealed scroll. It's got runes all over it, and it's very well adorned.
I reach for the scroll.
Okay. Now, so you step up and take the scroll. Anyone? I know there's a couple of you who worship Akhmanah. You would know that any oracle would be an adherent of Akhmanah. So maybe this is more sacred of a journey for you, but appears Epic has he's got the scroll with the message.
Man. So, what's it say?
Your guy, you asked.
Only the Oracle can read this.
Yes, that's right. It is imperial business after all, meant for only the Emperor's pen and the Oracle's eye.
Alright. So, what's the start up here? Who's first? Who's grabbing what? And for anyone that hasn't gathered, it is a 3.5, 4 foot, like half goat, centaur looking man, kind of like stand up at the front, looking at everything, is just kind of like eyeballing everyone, like, what's up? Who's getting what?
I walk up behind you. I'm a fairly tall Zcem'dir, and I like basically loom over you and look into the box, and I say,
Well, the box
Maybe-
is empty now. The entire contents have been emptied onto the floor in the wrapped. It's like a leather wrapping, with what looks like a scroll almost as well, a large scroll.
Oh, no, big guy. Yeah, nice.
Do you want to do the honors, goat?
Oh, no, absolutely not me. Go right ahead though. What's your fancy?
What'd you say?
What do you fancy there? And I just like, so it's like all bundled still.
Uh-huh.
I go ahead and like do like an unbundle of it and just kind of like cha like reveal.
Okay. You may have never seen anything like this. Maybe you've heard of them, but it's just two wands.
I click my teeth and walk away.
Are they arcane wands or magic wands?
Yes. I mean, you could roll Arcana,
Mm-hmm.
Corbin, to see. You probably know. You probably have some idea about what they're all about.
Do I just click the button Arcana?
I think so. That should work. Wait, let me link the session first.
All right.
I think I need to do that.
First roll of the campaign.
Oh, perfect. That
Yep,
one's tough.
that was a test.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
that
count
was
until
just
it's
a
in
test.
here. You rolled off the table. Should be good. Already's typing. Oh, nice. 21. So, you could see from pretty far away that these wands are used. They're the same ones that the imperial soldiers use. So there is a standing army in Kehosra. It's the emperor often hires mercenaries to help out, but there is an imperial army, and they use these on their missions. One of them will heal people, and the other will hurt people. Do you want to tell everyone else about that, or maybe whisper it, or?
Oh, yeah. I'll just let everyone know what the two ones do. Do I know which one's which?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I'll be specific about which one does what.
The one thing you're not certain of their manufacture, so I don't know if you've seen any of these up close before, but you definitely would know that they are in use. And the emperor probably talks about how his soldiers are all well equipped with these. So yeah, that's that is the provisions, and then he says, well, if you need some extra food, stop by this stable on your way out. I think that they mentioned they could perhaps provide you with some camels as well. Well, maybe one camel.
Is that just? I was curious. Would that suggest that there is like a prominent position in the empire for Arcanus, or well, maybe not Arcanus, but the whatever Corbin is. Can't say it right now.
It would seem that way. I mean, they are very well provisioned, and you would think maybe like artificers or some other people are making these.
Cool.
So I've been kind of in the corner this whole time, and I sort of step forward and ask, so who exactly is this great oracle everyone's talking about? And I would think that the governor, or the emperor, excuse me, would maybe want to converse his message with me instead.
Well, that is for the emperor to decide. Perhaps you could get the message and take it directly to him yourself, but I would suggest you get the message first from the oracle. Someone could roll history on the oracle if you want.
I can if no one else can.
That ain't me.
Nope, not me.
I'm as smart as a goat too.
Same.
If you worship Akmana, you would have advantage as well. Which I don't know how you do in D&D Beyond.
I am -1, so I'm not rolling.
In D&D Beyond, you would right-click the square for rolling, and then you can choose advantage or disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh, no.
With a 9, you don't know a lot about the oracle. Like I said, it's been probably a decade since anyone's really gone there meaningfully for a reason. People might have tried to go through the desert to get to the Outlands, and maybe crossed it along the way, but other than that, people don't really go there for fun. With a 21 and with a 21, you You would probably know all that. I mean, the Oracle has been very significant in KH Ra for a very long time. Uh, there's a hero named Vahalak, and that's why the people are called the Valakim. And it's said that he consulted the Oracle a long time ago, before before the Hashtar Empire even existed. The insight check might have been relevant, Danny, if you wanted to roll insight on the governor or something. I think it was better before. With a 1, you have no clue. I mean, even if we take like the average of those, the governor seems to be pretty he's pretty straightforward. You don't think there's any ulterior motives from him. Whoops.
Can I do a religion check on the Oracle at this point, or would that be later when we're near them?
You could, yeah.
Nick, are these provisions that are being given to us, are these pretty typical, or would you say these are sort of substandard for a mission of this sort?
Well, you are a mercenary. You may have seen these float around before. It's pretty rare to receive these for any kind of like hired mission, unless you were the Emperor's like forces directly. But it's pretty meager nevertheless.
I'm probably just like grumbling under my breath in the corner, like I would have rather had the mercenary fees at this rate.
Oh, and he says, "Oh yes, forgetting this one as well." He opens a drawer in his desk and gives you a third wand. And he says, "Now, off with you. I expect you to leave no later than tomorrow morning."
Man, bright and early.
Do we know what this one does, or should we roll?
You probably know too. This one is more common. It can create water.
Sounds useful.
All of these wands, though, they have a finite number of charges. So they cannot be used indefinitely.
Would I have to use like identify to know that info?
You could check the charges just by puffing some magic into them. Like, without casting a spell, you could just channel a little bit of magic into them, and you would know the number of charges in each.
Oh wait. I'd like to be surprised later.
They're just empty.
Mm-hmm.
Have we just arrived today, or have we already like found our residences for the evening?
Well, that's up to each of you. I think most of you have been here for a little while, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. I go back up to the goat and I say, "Do you drink, goat?"
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
Ah, very good. Come with me. Come with me. Let us go drink, and I'll regale you of tales foretold.
Yeah, this will be your last drink in your last bit of civilization for a while. So some of you desert wanderers would know that this takes a long time to get there. That's why people rarely do it.
Yes, perhaps we should, whoever wants to make that an open invite, see who we're going to be dealing with here.
Let's say my ears perk up and I take a big hop over and be like, I hear a drink?
I would, it's weird. for Meleon. So to talk to you guys, you'll feel like a knock on a door as someone is trying to connect to you all telepathically. And if you accept it, he would say that he would prefer that we first check in with the stables to understand what our provisions will be, food and drink wise, for this journey. It's long, and many don't return from it.
Do we understand that it's coming like directionally from you?
I would say you could, if you've ever interacted with a Thri-kreen before, you'd maybe like the cadence would be, very much theirs. They can't speak anything but the Thri-kreen language, but they can speak telepathically with anyone. So I would say, yeah, you probably get a general direction, and he'd be kind of like looking at everybody as he spoke, and like looking between each person.
You'd probably know it was him.
I agree with him. Should check the stable.
You guys might split up already.
Yeah, I say, bah, that stuff's always taken care of. We don't need to worry about that. Better to celebrate our last night in town before the rough journey.
Well, hold on now. We, you don't want to be reckless there, do you? Gotta make sure you're in tip-top shape and ready to go, right? But good. It's best to be prepared.
The desert's a dangerous place. You should all get a great night's sleep tonight.
Well, is that distracting Surigar? I think Surigar and Zumlin might already be out the door on their way to the tavern.
What does Zumlin think? I look over.
I hope you're looking down. I'm only 3.5 feet tall. Being built like a jackrabbit, I'm used to the desert, so it doesn't hurt to hit the stable first. But alcohol's on my mind, so I'm just heading.
All right.
My name's Leon, by the way, and I think I can handle it with maybe a few others, and then see you there.
So the tavern you've all been staying at is called the Broken Flagon. Well, maybe not all of you, but that's probably the happening place where you would be going to get a drink. It's a real saloon in there, a real wild west, but it hasn't been too lawless lately. But so the rest of you kind of depart and go to the stables. The proprietor of the stables is a very tan and tall, stringy guy named Wilson. And who's all walking up there? Who wants to talk to this guy?
Just Nick for posterity. Once Meleon is like, yeah, we probably only need a couple people to do it, I proceed to go with team bar.
I go to the stables. I wanna be in command of my camel.
All right.
Denari will go to the stables.
All right. Well, how about Ramil? What's he thinking? Anne was saying she's had some issues, so I don't know if she can talk. Either way, yeah, you're at the stables. There's Wilson. He's got a nice big counter, and he looks up at you and says, "Well, what can I do you for?"
We are here on behalf of the governor. The satrap says you owe us camels.
That's right. I did have a couple camels I could be sending on your way with you. Will it be 1 or 2?
At least 13.
Whoa. We don't have that kind of numbers.
What will we do if we don't each have a camel?
Well,
The desert is harsh.
That is true, and you all were the ones to answer his little bulletin there, our beloved emperor. Well, 2's the best I can do. And if they don't make it back alive, you'll have to pay for them.
I think it's
If-
best if we have fewer. The more meat we have with us, the bigger a target we will be.
I think we need at least 4 camels, sir.
Well, take a look over there in the stalls.
I got an 11 for intimidate.
He points back at the stalls. There's probably 5 camels there, and he points at 3 of them and says, "Yep, those 3 are already spoken for. I've got 2."
Do I recognize any of the cant nearby? Is this guy a part of any group?
If you could cant at him and see.
Sure. I will cant at him.
Well, he doesn't respond, whatever you say. He doesn't
Okay.
seem to be very canty.
Makes sense. Fair enough.
Just an honest stableman.
wants to do a perception check to see if anything's off at the stables.
Okay.
Okay.
You look around, you see a lot of piles of whatever camels eat out here in the desert. It's probably not straw. And, you get a good whiff. You know, you gotta use all your senses when making a perception check, and you just smell camel dung, very stinging your nose.
Yep, that's really off.
Other than that, nothing too crazy.
How
Can
tall
we-
is the stables?
How tall are the stalls?
This like the whole stable.
How high is the ceiling?
Like, can I fly up there, see what's going on?
Oh, it's pretty small. I mean, it's probably like 8 feet tall.
Okay, never mind.
And so it begins.
Did he pointed to the ones that were supposedly taken?
Yeah.
Is there a name tag for who has taken it? Is there a book that's open that I could perhaps see a name for?
He does have a
taken it?
ledger. You've seen him use it before. He doesn't have it out though.
Okay. I would just probe. I would just say to Ipuk, I think 2 is the best we can do.
So
I would like to know who those 3 camels are provisioned for. Where are they headed?
Well, they were generally just people passing through town. They'll be on their way. Not the way you're going, that's for sure.
Doesn't the Emperor think that this is the most important mission and we should provision their camels for our mission?
Well, that's not for me to say. I'm not the Emperor's mind reader.
We'll take the 2 camels.
Very well. When do you need them ready?
At first light, we will grab the camels and take them on our journey to the Oracle.
Very well, then. They'll be ready for you.
We were also told we would be provisioned with food for the journey.
That's right. I'll have that loaded onto the camel.
What is it you plan to have prepared? Do you have a list I can peruse and verify it's sufficient?
That hasn't arrived, I'm afraid. I'm not the one with the food. You'll have to go to the inn for that. I believe that they've been paid a little bit. to supply that.
You provide me with a invoice or a receipt.
The inn might have that. My job is just to load it on.
At least 30 days worth of provisions for at least 13 people should suffice, don't you think?
I don't know if it will be that much.
How are we expected to travel so far with so little?
Well, I think that's why they hired you. Because you'll find a way. The Emperor's finest. That's you.
You are wise. We will see you in the morning.
People can survive on a little food for a long time.
Well, Farron probably knows there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's at least 2 ways to get to the Oracle, and I don't know if Farron is very like practiced in going that way, so she might have to ask for directions. Otherwise, you guys at the inn, you have been almost right after you've gotten your ale, which costs 1 copper piece per cup. So however many you want. It's not long before a little gaggle of young people come up to you and start asking you questions. They're probably late teenagers, and they go up directly to Suragar and say, "Oh, so you are the ones going on that suicide mission, huh?" And he takes a big long sip of his flagon.
I'm not surprised you'd see it that way. Never been out of the city, have you?
Maybe once or twice. You look like you aren't from around here.
True enough. Suicide mission, you say? Tell me a little more about that.
Well, nobody goes into the deep desert that way, especially not to see the Oracle, some crazy kook.
Okay. Background-wise, do I know that I probably traveled the desert frequently?
I don't know
So-
if the whole area is a desert, right? But this desert is way less settled, and it's so desolate, and it's much more wild than around where all the actual cities and towns are. If you look at the map in resources,
Yeah.
yeah,
At the Oracle, that's where we're going.
yeah.
All right. I say, well, when the coin's good, you take what you can get. But are there any things you know about the desert, perhaps?
Only that it'll kill you. You might ask that guy over there, and the group is pointing to a barbarian that's just downing drink after drink, and kind of grumbling to himself, and occasionally laughing with the barkeeper.
Yeah. I say, thanks for the info, friends. Let me get each of you one, and then I slam the coppers on the table and move across the room.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything? I think you're probably all back here by now. Oh, never mind. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying, as he's sitting there talking, it's like, because I'm only 3.5 foot tall, so he's talking to them. My feet are just kicking. I'm enjoying my beer. But I'm used to the desert, and whether they realize it or not, there's just scars and stuff all up over my arms. So when he goes to talk to the other barbarian, I'm going to hop down and follow him.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, Zumlin, you've definitely been in the desert before, but you've never been this far. This is just this is a whole different beast. So people that go that far are they're doing it for some reason usually.
Yeah, Edge Desert Town.
Yeah. Oh, what were you saying, Kaizen?
So I've been daydreaming kind of since we went to the stables, and I followed them back to the inn. And upon hearing the conversation about the dangers of the desert, I proclaim, danger will not, or I will elude the danger of the desert. It seems to me it is my destiny to meet this oracle and challenge their power. And there's seeming, you know, uh, everyone seems to worship this oracle or think so highly of them. Uh, this is my opportunity to finally show everyone that I'm the true prophet of Akhman. What is it? I'm sorry.
Akhman.
Akhman. That's it.
Okay.
And then I just go to sleep.
All right. So you proclaim that and then just head up to go to bed.
Yep.
Okay. These are the people. These are the kooks that have joined you. I don't know. What would Denari think about that? Somebody claiming himself to be the true prophet of your deity.
She just rolled her eyes.
So you're going up to this big hardy barbarian who these teenagers have told you to talk to, and he says, "Who are you?"
I am Surugar. Who are you?
I'm Grondar. Nice to meet you. What do you need?
Heard you can tell me about the desert. Been many places in the desert, but this particular path, not so familiar.
Where are you headed?
The Oracle
Oh.
at Zcem'dir.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Well, I can tell you there's 2 ways to get there. One will take you a lot longer, but you probably won't get lost. And the other will be directly to the desert, straight there, with much higher chances of getting lost.
Oh, that's interesting. But you know us mercenaries, we always take the way for the fastest way for the most coin. I give him a slap on the back. I say, "Tell me about that one."
Well, you're just gonna go directly southwest for about 40 days, and then you'll be there.
40 days.
It's hard to miss. There's a big oasis I've heard. I've never been there myself.
What exactly do you do?
Well, I can see you're a bit of a mercenary. So am I. I generally live out in the, near the mountains, actually. Escorting caravans, nobles, things like that.
As sort of a side thought, I noticed someone next to me. I say, 40 days, what do you think, Rabbit?
Well, the way my metabolism goes, that'll go pretty quick.
I agree.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll get out of here. I gotta check on my camel. I left it over at the stables. Good luck on that journey.
I think my party is just returning from there. Perhaps you'll pass each other.
I'll make sure to say hey. Good people?
Not sure yet. We'll find out. I maybe give a side glance at the rabbit.
I understand what I look like. You can call me Zoomlin. You can call me Zoom. Please don't call me Rabbit.
Okay.
When we arrive, I would go straight to the proprietor of the facility, or maybe the cook,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of start asking about the food for this journey.
So, yeah, what's your name again?
Madam.
Yeah, Thrycreen. We see a couple of them around here. It's making me very unsettling. It feels like I'm talking to myself.
You can speak aloud if you want,
What?
or just think it.
Um, not that good at thinking, actually. So, I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, so, Mr. Gall, he's asked for, let me see, he goes in the back, he pulls out, he comes back. Yeah, there's, 50 days of rations.
Do I know how much weight that would be compared to what a camel can carry?
I don't know, no. You probably don't either. It's probably fine.
Okay, just curious. I've got survival, you know.
True.
Is the cook the one who's like going to be preparing all the food for us? Like, does he know how much portions we're going to get?
I think it's all dried food, so it's like jerkies and stuff like that. Bread.
Can I talk to him to ask him what his like favorite food to cook is?
Yeah.
I want to get chummy with him.
He's like, well, I think I make a really good camel stew. It's just not that often that you get to butcher a camel, though. But when there's fresh camel that rolls in, whew, we really spice it up. I keep some spices on the side just for the occasion, actually.
What are your
Denari
favorite?
makes a gross face.
Are we gonna get like a sled for the desert for the camel to carry?
Nope.
A carriage?
It's like saddlebags.
A covered wagon?
No, unfortunately not.
All right, we're just assuming that the camel can carry what it needs to carry.
Yes.
Okay. Good talk.
50 days for 10 people.
Oh, no, just 50 rations.
Oh, that will only last us 5 days.
Yeah.
40-day journey.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, actually.
Okay, how about you double it?
Well, I wasn't paid for that, so...
What if there's something you would like that can only be get in desert? We get it and bring back.
Well... Maybe
Can we
one camel.
can we say we'll give him a camel when we're back if he
Yeah.
gives us more rations now?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good deal, though.
That's a deal for later.
Camels
We get
are
rations
actually
now.
kind of rare. Oh, you want to lie to him?
I didn't say that.
It's okay. My voice is only in your head.
I would accept a camel upon return for 100 rations. Yes, that would do.
So is it 40 days there and then 40 days back? Or is it 40 round trip?
Well, the barbarian said it's 40 days there.
So we're not seeing this guy for at least 2 months in game.
Yeah.
So he won't even remember any of us. He can't think well.
I don't know. It's a pretty it's a pretty outstanding crew.
So, 100 rations. Yeah, that's fine. I can do that for one camel when you return.
If we return.
Exactly.
But we will do what we can. 100 rations it is. Thank you.
So anyone with survival who may have like been from the desert could roll survival to see, or you could ask around some more people to see anything more about these two routes, which one you might want to take. All right.
I was born in desert.
Are we just clicking them on the sheet, or is there something special we need to do?
For skill checks, you can click them on the sheet.
Yeah, skills and saves, you can use the sheet.
Pretty much the only time you would need to type something is to attack.
Could I do like a history check to like recall any facts about like the chances of, probabilities of people like not coming back and stuff?
Yeah. It's very high.
Of not coming back or coming back?
Not
Okay.
not returning. This is considered a heroic journey that you would undertake as a symbol of your like being a hero, or if for a really important message. It's been a while since anyone has felt the need to do this, but there's some message from the Emperor that he would like to consult the Oracle about.
So with the 21, you said I know what?
So the barbarian mentioned two routes. One of them involves following the mountains, and the other one involves going directly there. So if you look at the map, you could basically go west following the mountains and hills, and then there is a shrine of Akhman Na directly north of the Oracle, and then you just walk south, always following the setting sun, and you get to the Oracle. The other way is just going directly there.
How long does that way take? The long way?
90 days.
No need to worry, we can go straight there.
So
The desert is no obstacle.
The problem isn't the desert itself, it's what we'll face as we travel through there.
Nothing can face me.
I mean, it is a hero's journey. It is. It doesn't get that name for nothing.
This is true. Have we all introduced ourselves? I know I said I was Melion, but the rest of you?
Yes, quite. How old are you to me? Name's Koi, Coach Koi, Coach, whatever you want to call me. Coach in training, really, but we're gonna see this. I'm here to help. Gotta, there's fame in this. Gotta make some recognition.
Pleasure to meet you.
Same. How about So, by the way, what's your name, big guy? Looking at cigar. Cigar.
I am Surdagar. Pleasure to meet you.
For frame of reference, how tall is Surgar?
6 foot something. Tall, but not like. I would say probably that's one of the tallest Zcem'dirs you've seen, if you've seen many.
So tall and built like a shitbrick house?
Tall and built like the guy from the Sparta movie from 300.
Oh shit.
Leonidas.
Xerxes?
From the
No,
Ottoman side?
No,
The
the
good
Irish
guy.
guy.
The Irish guy. There weren't any Irishmen in ancient Greece.
No,
Are you-
not Xerxes. Who's the main character? Who plays the main character?
Leonidas.
The Spartan who got kicked out?
Marathon? Or Nike? What was his name?
Yeah, built like Leonidas.
Nice.
Tall.
Uh, yeah, I don't say anything else. I just say, I am Suragar. And I hold up an ale.
I'll toss a gold piece to Surigard. Say maybe a round for everyone.
Great idea, my friend. How prescient of you. I slam it on the table. I say, one for everyone.
Very well.
And Zumi, I think I heard you said your name was?
Yes, my name is Zoomlin. You can call me Zoom. I came from a similar-ish desert town. As I'm looking up at them, because I might be the shortest person in the party, and just built like a little jackrabbit. So, like, thank you for the drink, and I'll grab the one I have on the table and finish it and wait for the next.
I step up and say, I am Epuk. You can call me Epuk. I do not need a drink.
Well, for our other friends. It looks like our potential prophet friend has already gone to bed. What about you, milady? And he'll point with 2 arms to Sarah, or Farron.
2 arms.
He has 4.
So I'm Farron, and I will also decline the drink because I don't know if you guys know, but that is going to dehydrate you right before you go into the deserts. That's highly unrecommended. So I will bid my leave.
As you're raising it to your lips. As people are about to take a drink.
Sorry to rain on the parade, but quite literally, we will not see rain. So you gotta ration.
I look over, my ears drop back a little bit, and I just continue finishing my drink.
That's all right. I know a cure for that.
Yeah, we just gotta get you pounded with water before we leave.
Yeah, I know where there's a well nearby. It's just really a mud hole, but it should suffice.
But that is excellent advice there, Farron. Who's next? Alfred.
Oh, my name's Corbin Featherfoot. And usually I'm like hunched over, but I stand up tall and I just peer at Zumlin.
Another tall one.
How tall are you, Dan?
6'3".
Oh, shit.
Now, I'm curious though, like as an owl, it's an owlin, right?
Mhm.
Like, are they poofy? Like, does their feathers like make them seem like they're more stout than they actually are? Or are they
Yes,
just like
when my
skinny little
arms are
buddies?
down, I look more full, but if I like spread my arms open, I'm much more thin on the inside of the feather.
Nice.
I see him poof out, my ears pop back up. It's just like a, what's up?
I like that we have a nice mixture of monstrous races, I suppose some people call it.
Of
here.
animals.
May Gorgresh have great care for us on this journey. And I think that just leaves you two, and he'll use 2 of each of his arms to point to the remaining ladies.
Well, Ramiel's a man.
Ah, shit.
He's been mistaken before.
No offense.
Her stuff might not be working still.
Inari?
Hello. I'm from far away, and I clenched my amulet tightly. You can tell I'm nervous.
Are you
see that.
nervous because of me?
No, I'm nervous being around a lot of people.
Well, is 10 a lot? Because we'll be traveling together for quite a while.
I'll get used to it, but right now I'm uncomfortable.
That's fair, that's fair.
Absolutely. Would you mind if we at least know your name so that we can address you properly?
My name's Denari. I'm
Uh,
a Kalashar cleric.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Without turning towards them, I will mentally connect with the bartender and ask for waters and the price for everybody.
As he's doing that, I just shout again, and I am Suragar, clearly indicating that I've completely forgotten the previous conversation.
He just gets you guys waters. I think you overpaid when you gave him a gold, so waters for everyone.
Nice. Drink up, everyone, and we'll leave a first light.
All right. Without further ado, yeah, you guys rest up in the tavern/inn, and you wake up bright and early. Maybe some of you have to go and wake the others up to, really get their attention.
While everyone's sleeping, can I kind of, some of the late nighters, collect maybe a few stories from travelers, any pilgrims or such that might be visiting the bar, anyone that kind of has heard of what kind of creatures lurk out in there? Maybe like, oh, my cousin tried to go visit the Oracle and
He died a horrible death.
Yeah, from Ancraigs or something.
Yeah. Do you want to roll persuasion or something just to try to get some rapport and start those conversations?
I'll stay up because I don't sleep. My race doesn't sleep.
Oh, that's crazy. Do you have dreams? I thought I read something about dreams. Do you have waking dreams or something?
My spirit, I don't sleep, but I get memories from my spirit. So what I'd like to do is conversate and maybe take a look at that scroll while we hang out together since I don't sleep.
Okay. So you want to basically look at the scroll that the Emperor sent to deliver to the Oracle?
I thought it was something we picked up that we had with us.
Oh, the one with the weapon, with the
Yeah, it was a leather wrapping. You do have the message with you. The other thing was just kind of like a leather wrapping shaped like a scroll. It contained the 3 wands that 2 wands, and then the governor gave you the third one. I think those are in Corbin's possession, unless anyone wants to figure that out later. But he pretty much has them right now because he was looking at them.
Did they have instructions with them?
No.
I'll stay up and listen to stories.
Okay.
I'll also try and use some thieves' cant maybe to find some fellow underworlders to gain information from.
Okay. I didn't realize your guy was so not charismatic, but you are a
hell
bug.
no.
So.
I am a bug. I'm annoying as hell.
So, you're able to get a couple stories out. So the one that you hear, you hear this one a couple times, is there's bugs, big bugs, pretty soon after you leave the town.
Like my size big, or like
They can
big
be.
big?
They're probably as big as dogs,
So
and they burrow
small,
in the sand.
so small bugs.
Well, they get to be bigger. Most of them
Sand
are
burrows,
that big though. What?
like scarabs.
Like scarabs? Is that what you said?
Yeah, scarabs.
Sort of.
Cool. Interesting, fun. All right. Well, at least it gives us some direction. I guess I'll stay up with Denari and we'll chat.
Do you not
Since-
sleep either?
Yeah, I don't sleep either.
What? That's pretty crazy. You guys can just keep watch every time.
Hold on a second.
I go to sleep early and wake up early, so I'm out.
Is everybody within 120 feet of me not sleeping in the inn?
Probably.
Oh, I annoyingly, like, early in the morning, just start like, hello, time to get up.
This is like you in real life.
It's time to leave soon. Please prepare yourselves. This is Melion.
We've
This
got to
is your
chop wood.
Melion
Hello,
speaking.
come
Yeah.
on.
Is this
Is there
coming into our heads?
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Is there anyone not waking up like that drank too much?
I'll say, can I roll insight really quick on whether or not anything came to me in my dreams?
Sure.
I would be up early, despite the fact that I drank a lot. Mercenary life.
You, Kaizen, you feel like this is just the this is exactly where you need to be. I mean, whether or not you're the chosen of your deity, this is a journey that will prove it.
I wake up with a smirk on my face and I smash out my morning routine and work out, knowing it's my time.
I'll have prepared waters for everyone as they come down the stairs to hydrate.
One in each of your four hands.
Yeah, and on the table next to me.
Oh.
But yeah.
I asked if
be-
anyone there drinks warm or cold. Like, does anyone ice cold water?
This is fairly cold for Karasha standards, but it might be the last time we get actually cold water.
Well, I can make up to 1 cubic foot colder.
Oh,
So if
cold.
anyone's ice cold, I can do that.
I'm happy with room temp.
Thank you, Corbin.
Yes, very much. Extra cold would be nice.
As I come down the stairs to where he is, I want to jump up and grab one of his upper hands.
Yeah, I'm 6'5", but I think you could probably reach it. Yeah,
He can jump really high.
you like jump onto my shoulder.
He could.
I would crumble under the weight.
Well, it sounds like Epuk has he's got a little bit more pep in his step. Maybe
I would have been waiting outside the stable 2 hours before light.
yeah, like while they're passing out drinks and stuff, you've already walked out. I mean, you walked by them because they're just sitting there all night, Denari and Melion.
I walk by and I
Yeah.
don't make any eye contact on my way out the
Well,
tavern.
you see something strange whenever you leave. There's a new signpost out there on your way to the stable, and it's the same kind of really nice wood that the one that you guys answered is made out of. So it's kind of like an imperial message, and All it says is miners wanted. Inquire within.
Miners with an E or an O?
E.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Very
Yeah, I
Changes
was
the,
like,
changes the tone of the sign significantly.
Damn.
Miners.
Maybe both.
Miners wanted.
You're
miners.
Can I do a history check to see if like there's any like mines or important like gemstones or ores or something like in the vicinity?
Yeah. And the other one you made was a 20. I forget what you were rolling for. I think I forgot to talk about that one.
I think you mentioned it was just if I had like what the chance of surviving the trek was.
On the mines and ores, you can't think of anything historical that.
Okay. So there's no like
seems very new.
known areas that are like bumping with gold or something.
No.
Okay.
So Corbin went with Epoch very early. Epoch, I mean.
Oh, I was just drinking. I thought the sign was brewing.
So it's probably still an hour out from whenever, at least I was waking everybody up like an hour and a half out from when we need to leave. But it's probably like an hour now. Well, maybe some of the stragglers come in. And then a book already left. He just went.
So on these wands, Corbin, you probably have checked into them if you want to by now. They all have half or less of their full charges.
Are we talking like 10 total?
So
Like currently 5 or 4?
they could normally have like 40 or more.
Each.
And they have all of them have less than 20. I'll tell you specifically later.
And there's one that heals, one that does damage, and one that makes water.
Yeah.
Okay. How much water does it make? Like a cubic foot more?
It's to create water spell, so
Oh, okay.
each cast is that 10 gallons of clean water.
Okay.
really referred to water volumes in cubic feet. That's a move. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just weird.
You can't compress it, so couldn't you do that?
No. It's just funny. Sorry. Instead of gallons, it's just it's an odd choice.
Well, his other thing was in
I'm
cubic
just being
feet.
weird.
But yeah. So I think you've all met around the stables now, and you're probably ready to get going, right? And these two camels are in you're under your possession now, and like he said, if they perish, you will have to pay. And they're loaded up. They've got some saddlebags. They've got what seems to be 100 days worth of rations, not for each of you, but total. And
Baron, could you review these camels to determine how healthy they are? Are they being scammed?
who are you asking?
Baron? She unmuted, but Farron.
Do you want to check the camels out, Farron?
She wants to check the camels out. She's muted for some reason. She can't figure out why. Roll the skill check.
Yeah, probably perception, survival, animal handling. If you have animal handling, you could roll with advantage.
Just make the check again. Yeah.
Oof.
Oof.
I don't know how much Farron has relied on camels in any of her voyages in the past, but these, she can't really tell. You know, they seem all right.
Denario, look at the camels.
Yeah. Do you want to roll perception? If you have animal
Animal
handling.
handling.
Okay. If you're proficient in it, you can roll with advantage.
What? Ugh.
Yeah, you can roll again if no, you're not proficient. But yeah, Danny, you don't know. They seem
Yeah,
healthy to
forget
you.
it.
They seem very healthy.
I smell their camel shit still.
You can't escape it.
All right. Well, I just wanted to maybe take note if they were weak. But very well.
No, these are strong camels. These are camels of the desert. They will help us.
I think most camels are of the desert. Sorry,
You're very wise. Barbarian friend from last night told me fastest route through the desert.
Yes, I believe that if we clock our direction based on the sun's position now as it rises, we'll be fine moving forward, at least as long as we move in a straight line and defend ourselves appropriately. Oh, also, we may run into burying bugs, I was told, throughout the night, shortly after leaving city, or village, or settlement, whatever.
We're all competent fighters. I'm sure this will be no issue.
Well, Epok, do you want to lead since you were here first?
No. I trust the ranger to lead.
That's probably a
I'll
good call.
meet you in a few hours.
Wait, what?
I disappear into a puff of smoke.
Where'd he go?
Can I do like an investigation check or something?
Or
What the heck?
Arcana, maybe. I don't know what he did.
Arcana?
Did you... Let me see this. Alright.
Would Doug have to roll something to
I don't know.
like beat it?
He's
Doug,
just...
you-
you feel like he's stored himself in some extra dimensional space. Ramil could probably roll Arcana with advantage. And if you click Arcana on your sheet.
Romeo has some sort of idea where he might have gone, so I'll roll Arcana. What am I supposed to be clicking on?
It might... Your character sheet might not be linked.
Oh my god.
No, she got it linked.
Oh, okay. Don't you have to enable the Discord thing too? Oh, there you go. And then click it
Yeah.
again because you have advantage.
In the future, when he says you have advantage or disadvantage, you can right click where you would normally click and click advantage or disadvantage.
The same roll. You're not sure. You have some kind of brain fog, and you're not really sure where he might have gone. But anyway, he's gone, and you guys are getting on the road, so to speak, even though there is no road. You make the road as you go.
Can I do a nature check to tell everyone like a fun fact about the path we're traveling on?
Yeah. This guy just knows everything. What do you want to tell him?
I just want to tell him like something about how coarse the desert sand is.
It gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere.
Yeah.
uh,
This is why I only wear loincloth, just to make people feel comfortable. If Phelan is leading, I would like to, as another survival proficient person, be like second in line.
Why can't
And
I? Wait, can you
Oh,
hear
you're
me?
making noise.
Okay, I was trying.
Beautiful.
I've been trying to say I don't want to lead ever since I got elected. But so if you would like to, please, I will take up the back. I think that your initiative and your like you go. You
let
got
him
this.
cook, basically.
I will
Mhm.
lead, Surigard
Oh.
declares, and then walks any way but the correct way into the desert.
No.
Directly
Sargar,
challenged.
this way, and I will allow. Let's see.
Surigard, just wait.
I will point in the direction we need to go and begin to walk that way. I guess I will hold. I don't want to hold. I will give Coach Coy, one of the camel ropes,
So,
and head in the direction that should be the right way, southwest.
who is proficient with survival? It looks like Farron. And
Melion.
yeah, you.
Yeah, I have a +4 for survival. You want me to roll?
Are you
I do too.
To say
Ooh.
I'm proficient in it, but trying to work
Proficient
through the
means
fact that
that.
I cannot roll.
Then I
You
may
are.
be the best. I have +5.
Proficiency is different from what.
So on this journey, yeah, if you're proficient, I think. Yeah, I mean Denari's not, but she's a far traveler, and
Same.
she's very smart with wisdom. So,
Yeah.
Twins.
So who do we have here? Let me see. So
I mean, I'm not bad.
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm also not bad.
So in order to, so here's the thing. We need to have somebody rolling for survival as you travel this whole way. You can take the help action and give someone advantage if you're proficient. If you're not proficient, then you can't help. Let me see though.
To say I am proficient in survival.
Yeah.
But working through the fact that when I click anything, it just pops up windows explaining. It doesn't actually roll.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, we'll figure that out after this.
you can help someone else rolling. So in my mind, we could have probably Melion roll and Farron, and then Denari could roll separately. Does anyone who, so if someone's proficient with survival, you can help Melion and Farron. But I don't know that anyone else is. Are they?
Since I can't roll, I'll just be the help.
Oh, okay. So who are you helping, Melion or Farron?
Let's see.
The bug or the ranger?
Wow.
And then.
Oh, when you put it like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whichever one he doesn't help, I'll do something for the other.
Are you proficient?
No.
Oh, well, you have to be for this.
Yeah, but I can surely inspire.
True. Well, that'll come later, though.
I will start with helping Melion.
Okay. And then
Did we say that is Denari proficient in survival?
No, but she's a far traveler. That's her background, and she's quite wise. So she's been able to figure out the ways of the desert. So I'm gonna say she could roll separately.
Could my far traveler give me advantage without help?
No.
Okay.
Let me read that background real quick, though. I think it just mainly talks about people recognizing you or something, right?
Yeah, it's called All Eyes on You, so that seems about right.
Yeah. Not a lot of, you don't want a lot of eyes on you in the desert.
I got that passive perception 17, just so you know.
It doesn't look like anyone else is proficient. So every 5 days, we'll have you guys roll. Oh wow. Okay, Malion's not getting you off to a nice start. So Farron rolls survival and Denari. Oh, Farron coming in. Nice. So
There we go.
Farron and Denari in the back. Malion's trying to bumble you guys through the first 5 days. And it's Farron and Denari that come through, and they're pointing out little shrubs that you can maybe cook into a stew, and keeping you guys in the right direction and navigating you over the sand dunes safely, avoiding various encounters, we'll say.
At
So
night, Denari and I keep track of the correct direction while we can't sleep.
Yeah.
yeah, that would help. So you avoid a level of exhaustion. Now, for food, you'll need to mark. Let's take it out of the 100 on the camels first. Does anyone want to volunteer to keep track of this food?
Yeah, I'll add a camel to my equipment.
Okay. So the camel has starting out 100 rations, and for these first 5 days, you subtract 4 per person here, so
So
40.
we have 10, so you have subtract 40 for 5 days. 40 down for 5 days.
Hopefully you guys came with some more.
I figured out I can roll. I'm just an idiot. I was clicking the wrong spot.
Okay.
Nice.
No problem at all. Well, the first 5 days, I don't know who Meleon's sources were. I don't know if he got their names, but they passed pretty uneventfully. I mean, you're all still getting used to the very warm days and the very cold nights. I guess you're probably sleeping under the stars because you probably don't have tents. And then roll it up for the next 5 days. Roll the survival the same way. Unless Zumlin
I
is helping
roll-
someone else.
Sorry, can I roll for nature to see if we've come across anything that will like add to our supplies?
Yes. You don't think you've come across anything yet, but you haven't ruled out the possibility that it will happen, and in fact, you're starting to hope that it will happen.
Can I try then?
Sure.
Is Zumlin helping me again?
Absolutely.
You think that you might maybe come across an oasis at some point, yeah, with any luck, or run into something that you could kill and eat. I don't know.
Can I like fly like 25 feet in the air to get like a better view? I think I could see like 6 mile circle or something like that
Oh yeah,
around
you have
if I
great
do that.
eyesight. You could keep doing that, yeah. We'll
Yeah.
say that with that you can give Farron advantage on her roll, because you're like her eyes and ears. So Farron, roll your survival for the next 5 days with advantage. And then Denari can roll her survival also. Nice.
Just regular.
Yep. Yeah, so Denari and Farron are once again collaborating and guiding you guys through the desert. But somewhere on the 6th day or so, you see the sand shifting and blowing away, but you notice there's no wind.
I do a perception.
Okay.
Can I also?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
If I have proficiency, can I give someone advantage?
Not for this.
Okay.
If I had caught it with my passive,
Yes, you did.
I would have informed everybody as we're proceeding.
Okay.
And also instantly changed my color to match the sand around me.
Okay. So, basically, Melion does notice something's up, and he warns you all telepathically, and yeah, the sand erupts, and you're surrounded almost by insects. If you launch the campaign, I'm gonna launch it. You should see a map. Can some I think you just go to I think you can do it from your character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I say,
You click the triangle.
yep,
It's a
I
launch
see
game.
just a desert.
Yep, it should just be a desert.
Put your character somewhere in the middle in a marching order. You guys can orient yourselves however you are marching.
So after like the first 4 hours of travel, Ipuk would have, just popped out behind one of the camels as if nothing happened and continued marching.
And after seeing this several times, well, if you've only done it once, then it has to have been several times, right?
True.
Did you only do it the one
Which
time?
way are we heading? Or south?
You're going south.
Southwest.
I'm generally right behind Zumlin.
Who's in the front?
I think it's me.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Could I
You can be in the front with him. It doesn't have to be a single file line.
Yeah, could I have hid? Yeah, I mean, you've been helping me, Zumi, so I think it would make sense you were near me.
Right. It was Corbin said he's pretty close behind me.
The owl stalking the rabbit.
We're missing 2, Ramil and someone else. This is a tight formation. We need the camels. Hold on. Camel, a siege beast. Oh, a large beast. That's an ugly camel.
Yeah, as I know, I'm probably fairly close to, middle, but closer to the front, watching the people who are tracking, studying their skills.
I know me
kinda
and Farron
towards-
were supposed to be together.
Where'd the other camel go? I probably deleted it on accident.
I don't know where we want to be. I just know we're supposed to be together.
Yeah, sorry. I just didn't have the map set at all, so I just needed help to get that whole thing going. So we're together now.
Here they come.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Let me go get a drink
Alright.
real quick, and let's roll initiative. So if you guys can help people get in there. Let me go see if Dan needs help.
Who's controlling the camels? We need to get them off the front line.
I was gonna say I have one, and if I'm in the middle, that means at least one of the camels are in the middle of this, of us.
The camels died. That would be really bad for us.
Brett, it still carries true. I can't roll for shit.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you do the initiative in
Yes.
in the session.
Do not roll initiative from your character sheet. This is where we're going to have to start using the Avray commands. If you look at the Avray commands channel, what you type in is just exclamation point init space join.
Yep. And every time we start up an initiative order, that command is posted by Avray, so you can see it right underneath the table.
But then it's going to get crowded pretty quickly. So
Yeah. Just in case you forget. Okay.
Didn't make much of a difference either way.
Got 8.
What do you mean? You got a 20?
Is it 2?
Oh, hey, look at that. You know what helps? Leaving my glasses on.
I rolled so bad. Oh no. So yeah, we might need to adjust our. Okay, so that one camel is near Koi now, Coach Koi. Is the other one just going to be sitting back there, or
I was gonna say who was manning the other camel?
maybe
We can
Sorg?
say I had.
I thought it was.
Yeah. We can say I was.
Now, how do I add a bunch of these guys?
okay, so it's do you know what they are?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me what they are, or otherwise I'll type it?
No, I think we want Nick so he can see the health.
Oh yeah, /group
So,
monsters. So type that in. So that will make them as a group, and they'll act all in the same initiative.
Oh, okay. I was gonna kind of split it up. Because
Well, you can do it as many times as you want, and I actually messed that up. Don't type that in. You actually want to, in front of group, you want to put N, and then like a number.
Okay,
So that would
now-
add two. That would add 2 monsters to the group monsters. But however you want to do that, right? You could add it like N equals 3, and then make that monster
Yeah,
group
that
1,
works.
and yeah.
There's 15. Anne might have missed that while I was helping her. I think she did that work?
She got it the
Oh,
second
that's-
time.
Okay. Group monsters.
Or it doesn't have to be monsters. You can make the group name whatever you want. So you can make it group 1, group 2, group 3.
I think that worked.
I'm very proud of everyone for figuring out the initiative this quickly. I remember last time we tried to figure this out, it took significantly longer.
All right.
Oh, you added them all.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not up there though. Oh yeah, they are. There's 15 combatants. See, they're not tracked separately, so like the targeting isn't really going to do anything, I don't think. You know what I mean?
That's interesting. I've never done this without adding the monsters myself.
Well, I think the group is you basically just take HP multiply by 17. They say when the HP's gone, you've.
Well, let's get it going.
So we target YK1, YK2, YK3 through YK15. So when we do an attack, we say we're attacking 12. We would say, -T YK12.
Okay.
So Zumlin's first. You're surrounded by insectoid monsters that have erupted from the sands. Luckily, you were not surprised.
Well, this is gonna go rough. I'm not used to being first. Let's see.
So a good way to see the movement is with the ruler tool, because there's no grid on here. So you can like draw a line. Like if I look at Ramil right now, Ramil's like 25 feet away from number 12. Or if you want to move, you can click on your token and just use the arrow keys. And diagonal is 1 square too, so you'd have to push like up and down, or sorry, up and left or up and right, but it would be like 1 square.
Yep. I need double check one thing. Well, I can move up to at least 13. That's 30 feet. I think I have 45 feet of movement.
You can definitely get to 13 with 30 feet of movement.
But yeah, I'll move up to 13.
Nice.
And I swear, cat's quiet all day long, trying to do something. She's walking around just yelling with a toy in her mouth. And I'll take a swing with the great axe.
Do you want to rage?
Not yet.
Okay.
Just so you know, just as a reminder, for combat we won't be using the sheets buttons. So.
Yep. So tell me what I have to type.
Exclamation attack, space great axe, space -T, space whichever one you're attacking.
So it would be KY13 or YK.
It's dashes.
Hyphen or whatever.
So Jesus.
Dashes,
Shadow.
not slashes.
So hit a C.
Yeah, type in C really quick to cancel that command.
And then yeah, instead of a /T, it's a dash. It's a -T.
Oh.
Also, did you equip your great axe?
Yes, I did.
An update after that?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't think you have it equipped. Just
No,
roll
no,
it.
he has to have
needs-
the space.
Yeah, you
Oh,
need a
yeah.
space between great axe and -T.
It's not giving him the option, and great axe underneath that. That's why I thought. Nice.
Wait, that's an arm strike. Weird.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't have it equipped. That's true.
Well, you could just roll it from the sheet, just to keep things moving. If you can
We'll
click it
fix
from
it
the
in
sheet real
post.
quick.
You just want me to hit the?
Yeah.
Do you have it as an action?
Yeah, I have it. I just did the
It's
thing
all
with
good.
Russell before we started.
I mean, Doug's guy we played recently didn't have any armor, completely naked paladin when he walked in. So
So you just want me to hit DC on?
Yeah.
yeah, hit the roll on the sheet. All right, a 19. That is gonna hit for how much damage? 15?
Oh my goodness.
You cleave this thing in half.
Bring the rain.
It's dead.
You wanna hit the
Did
damage
you want to?
button?
Do you have any movement you want to finish? A bonus action? Otherwise, it's gonna be, Corbin's turn.
No.
So-
That is
So
it for this.
All right.
Chad, when you're done, you type in !I next
Without the dot.
Without the
without the
yeah.
dot. Yeah, sorry. I was speaking my words. And that will let everybody know that you're truly done with your turn. And then
Alright.
that will ping the person whose turn it is.
Fantastic. So if I go back to the test one real quick and hit the exclamation update, it should fix the equip error, right?
Yeah, if you see it on your sheet as an attack, yeah, you should go just type in !update.
Perfect.
And then if you just start typing attack into the chat, it'll show you all of your attacks, so you'll know if it worked if the great axe shows up there.
So Corbin, what
do-
are you gonna get up to?
Do I need to? So I'm definitely gonna firebolt with 120 range, so I don't have to move.
Nope.
But do I need to worry about people like being in front of me or in between?
No.
Like I don't.
You can shoot through your allies with
Okay.
anything.
Is my camel an ally?
Yeah.
Cool.
Your camel, huh?
How do I move?
You gotta be clicked on the token browser, yeah. This dune is like, if you could go up and over that dune and you'd be like getting cover from these things.
I'll move out.
So you're shooting what?
I'm gonna do 50. I'll just do 1.
Okay.
Okay, 1.
That camel's looking kind of exposed in the back. It's also looking kind of like a displacer beast.
Suragar's got it. And also, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you turn around, shoot a big fiery bolt of flames at number 1, and he takes the damage. It's bloodied.
Great work, Dan.
So does that update in the thing?
It should be, yeah.
For you and you only, Nick, with the way we have it set up, we can change that next time.
You'd be able to see how, like, if it's injured, but I'll put a thing on it too. I can do something like this.
I don't think I have anything bonus or anything, so I think I'm done.
All right.
What is it next?
Yeah, I next.
Oh,
With an exclamation on the front.
I can look at the pins. I keep scrolling up.
All right.
Did it pin that?
Cool. Yeah. So for my turn, I'm going to first hop, or get in front of my camel.
They can't all be everyone's camel.
Well, the camel I was man.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe.
that's right. You had the things.
And then I'm gonna look at the 3 companions next to me, look at the bugs in front of them, and I'll be like, well, let's see if this works. These guys, why don't you just fall over and not even try and fight, as I cast Bane on 11, 15, and 14.
Okay. So let's see if they're gonna get baned. So that's a charisma check, right? Charisma save.
Yeah, it's Christmas Day. Oh gosh, how do I update?
I'm gonna roll it off the sheet just because.
Just do a dash G LR.
For now.
Yeah. That.
Oh, that's gonna DM me.
All right.
1 second. I feel like they're not gonna pass. I think the one passed, the other one. With a 16, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. So that's 15 is baned. Alright. Or not baned. Alright, so they are baned.
All right, and then I'm going to kind of run over, well, as much as I can to Suragar. So probably just the other side of the candle, and be like, "Here, give me that candle and show me that those muscles aren't just for show," and give him a bardic inspiration.
Who? Who again?
Sir guard.
Okay.
So
Which-
I don't know how we
What does
lost
that give me again? A 1d4 on my attack roll?
1d6 on your next attack, save, or ability
It
check.
doesn't have to be your next one. I think you can sit on it
Or
for
yeah,
a while.
yeah. You
I can-
have.
And I can add it after the roll?
Yes.
Pretty
So
sure,
you
yeah.
can add it after the roll,
Okay.
but before you know the result, and
Okay.
it's up for like, I think it's like a minute or 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, just check
Um,
in here.
Okay. So if you do an in it next, it will now be all the monsters' turns.
Okay. Is there something I can do for the Bardic Inspiration now?
What do you mean?
You could, but I don't know that you need to worry too much about it. Unless you want to do, I think it's class, class feat, space, inspiration, space, -T, space, Surgar. But we'll see if that works.
So these 4 dudes are gonna move up. Number one has to dash.
Well, they're dashing, so they're double moving.
Well,
Oh, I said that out loud.
yeah, they pretty much all have. Well, there's 3 attacks, I think. That's what it comes down to.
The comment was, "Whoa, they can move far," just for awareness of my response.
Okay, so we do see their health when it's their turn.
So 2, 5, 3 are attacking the camel with advantage. I don't know. I don't have an option to roll. Oh, that's okay. There we go. 3 attacks against the camel. Anyone have a camel stat block pulled up?
Well, if you roll it in Avray, they're combatants, CA1 and CA2.
True.
They're AC 6. No, AC 12. I had a stat block pulled up.
AC is 9.
9.
Wow, that's not good. Attack. How do I do this? Attack. I don't even know.
So exclamation point I attack.
Yeah.
I really don't know how it works for a group though.
I'm gonna
You
rip
probably have
from
to
the
do it.
sheet.
You probably have to do individually.
So you would just do I attack YK1 or whoever, and then
Dash T.
dash
Alright, let me try.
dash T. Yeah.
Otherwise, rip it from the sheet, and Doug and I will.
YK253.
Spread the love.
Oh,
That's looks good to me.
it's injured.
Works.
Oh, my camel.
This camel might not make it.
Camel might not make it. Camels have 15 hit points.
Critical.
Well, it is critical.
And now it's at 2 HP. So
And it's
One
gone.
Miss.
Well, you can heal it. We'll have it roll death saves.
oh boy,
Dash TCA1. Oh,
dead.
Just
Camel.
barely.
Camel down. It didn't even have a name yet.
I feel like eventually we'll have to like give it names and add it as not a monster. But
True. Could make homebrew monsters.
someday when we love our camels.
These guys all have to. These guys on the right all have to dash. So I'm gonna move them up.
I thought those guys had to dash.
Well, 10 might be able to make it to Anne. Yeah.
Let's see the ruler.
I'm streaming. So he can make it 30 feet and he has 5 feet of range. Anne's gonna get attacked. He can move to about here. And then these guys all have to dash. He's just gonna go all the way around. Ramil's getting surrounded. And this guy's gonna go over here. Now these guys are baned. They're gonna be surrounding Zoomland. And this guy can get to Farron. But why would he when he can attack Zoomland?
Oof.
Alright, so one attack against Ramil by, let's just say, 7. It didn't even do advantage. It didn't do advantage. What's the... I didn't even roll with advantage on those guys. On the camel.
Space ADV.
At the end?
Probably before the dash T.
Alright.
Yeah, it doesn't matter before or after, but probably before would make the most sense. Yeah, ADV, no dash.
A 12 to hit Ramil. It's saying that hits. I think Ramil's AC is kind of low.
That checks out. It says in the AC 12, exactly. Yeah. She's at 1 HP.
Oh, Ramil at 1 HP.
He's at 1 HP,
Yes.
sorry.
And 4 attacks against Zumlin. This isn't going to be good.
No, it is not.
There, get those heals
15.
ready.
So you guys were worried about the party being too big. Nick found a way to solve it.
Real quick.
A 14 to hit.
Size my AC.
So you take 5 damage. And then 7 more. And then...
Bet you wish you were raging.
Oh, a miss. And number 12.
There's more? He's
Uh,
dead.
He's down. Alright. So... This is where we will pick up next week.
Oh my god.
On...
Nice.
Surigar's turn. He can spend a week thinking about how he's going to get you guys out of this sticky situation. Oh, wait. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. 11 and 14 were baned. So 11 rolled a 8 and missed.
So
And-
so the Bane literally doesn't matter.
Yeah, and 14 rolled a 20, so. Okay, so that's a rip in the chat. And I'm going to roll it anyways. No, yeah, I am. I'm going to do the most forbidden sin of doing a straight roll. Alright. Yeah, well, this is where we'll pick up. This map should be saved here. Good to go completely. And we'll pick it up here. And you guys can have a pittance of 50 XP for all the nice roleplay and getting yourselves on the right path. And
Wait, how much?
50.
50? 50?
50, yes.
Nice.
All right.
Do you just add that in like your character sheet editor?
Yep, you go, shoot, where is it now? You click on upper left by your name, manage experience, and then make sure you type it in the add XP and not the set XP, because there's no way to reverse the set XP thing. So you will just lose your experience progress if you accidentally type something in there.
So you're saying add XP.
Yep. Never type in the set XP thing.
Alright.
Crazy that they've left it in there.
That's when people start missing sessions and stuff, we used to post in the XP summary channel, and that would be like a way to see what your XP was at or something. But
yeah,
like if you miss a session, it's not the end of the world. You just don't get XP for that session, and kind of life goes on like we talked about in session 0. So yeah, if you feel like posting in there, you can. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week.
So should my spell
GG
slots
spam.
be like open squares, or should they have a red square inside of them right now?
It should be open, I think.
Okay.
If you haven't used on your sheet, you mean?
Yeah, on my sheet.
They should be open.
Okay.
They should be open if you haven't used them yet.
Because I think someone tried to cast something earlier, but it was messed up. So for some reason, I thought I had to have it
Yeah,
with
you
the
haven't
square
been,
inside. Okay.
you haven't been attacked yet, so if in operate testing you want to, just do !G space LR, and that will long rest your character, which will allow him to heal all the way up and get all his spell slots back.
Yeah, I think it's because when I check them, I can't. The cast button goes gray, so I think it should be open. So thank you.
I'm putting these wands in there now.
On my guy.
I'm putting them in the chat. You're gonna have a hard
Oh.
time finding them because they're kind of homebrew. They don't work the way wands normally work. Because normally wands have like